So yeah, first project that we're gonna have on xPEPE's XRPL project. Yeah, Pepe, if you want to.
You are unmuted and ready to go.
Yeah,
Timmy, are you camming up?
And then if you're camming up, turn your cam on and we'll get you situated within. Do we have the panels?
Yeah.
We
we're
do.
all good to go.
We're all good to go.
What's up, guys?
What up,
xPEPE here. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
Is there a feedback? Because I'm on Discord and I'm on Twitter or Twitch here.
So yeah, you should probably mute or lower the volume on Twitch so you can talk to us through Discord solely, because you might get some playback issues on your end.
Gotcha. How's that sound?
Oh, you're good for us.
Oh yeah, you sound
good. Fine for us.
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, awesome. Well, hey guys, thank you so much to the Pixelated Robot Club for inviting me here, for inviting our project to come down and talk a little bit about us. We started out a few weeks back. We're still pretty new, but we're super excited about this project. We're looking at different chains to start this on, and we saw the potential in the XRPL project that it's so brand new.
Yep.
We absolutely love the low gas fees. I don't know how many times I've had to mint something on Ethereum gas chain.
Oh, God.
And people can relate to this. It just kills you sometimes on the inside when you have to pay more for gas fees than the NFT you actually paid for.
Yep.
Right?
For sure. Yep.
So that's something that we're really, really trying to stray away from with, switching over to the XRPL. So we're super excited about that. And we really, really want to, see where this can go. I know that Ripple Labs just put out about $250 million, like a fund for the creators of NFTs for the XRPL ledger, which is huge. And I think that's something that could definitely, kind of jumpstart all the projects and all the communities that are jumping into the XRPL right now. So we've been looking at the XLS 20D, super excited about it. Still kind of in the gray area on when it's going to be released.
Yeah.
But we're hoping any day now, right?
Yeah, we're all in the same boat on that one.
But yeah. So good things are coming to this ledger, and that's kind of why, not to mention, it just the proof of work, the limited energy that's required for things on this network is really cool.
Yeah.
Too, I think that traditional blockchain, there are a lot of energy involved, and that, I think that as this world progresses, we need to kind of focus on, greener resources too. So that's something huge for us. But a little bit about us. We are a group of friends. Have been friends for years. And we are all kind of big Pepe fans.
Gotta love them.
It's just funny because whenever we're in Discord, we're in chat, we're joking around with each other. What's the meme that you use most often in your little chat icons? Like 9 out of 10 times for me, it's a Pepe. Some type of Pepe.
That's so true.
Yeah.
My favorite one is him with Pit Viper glasses
if he's
on.
his own tears, it's just it cracks me up. It's hilarious. It's something that we're passionate about. And also we think that he could be, a pretty cool, object and kind of icon for the whole thing going on with the SEC and Ripple. He's Pepe's kind of a shield against, that insanity that the SEC is pushing upon, Ripple as being labeled a security.
Yeah.
For sure.
Pepe's, he's a cool frog. He's awesome. We just see him as something that, could be pretty cool. But so we basically have 6 guys in our founding team. We have myself, we have our artist Damien. I don't think he's here right now. He couldn't get a chance to get on here, but Damien actually doesn't have any prior NFT backgrounds, but he's a great artist. We've known him for years. He knows a bunch of code that goes with his artwork, and he does like a lot of signatures, website-based images. a lot of graphics, designs, GIFs, and things like that for a lot of our own artwork or some of our other projects that we're involved in. And then, so we're looking forward to work with him. He's super awesome guy. If you ever get into our Discord, you can reach out and talk to him. He's always happy to share his work, get down on a friendly level with you. And he's always available to do extra things too. He loves helping people out with artwork in all shapes and forms.
For sure.
We have the rest of our team. We have xPEPE Tough. I think he's in this chat right now.
What's up, Tough? How we doing?
Writer.
Can you turn him
He
up?
does a lot of behind the scenes deals, and kind of ideas behind a lot of the things that we're developing. We got xPEPE Raphael. He's our lead designer. He also has a huge background in cryptocurrency. And all things crypto. He's really one of our anchors when it comes to knowledge and project management as well. He's a lot of that in the background. Pepe Mahomes is our marketing director. He has ran several projects and is currently running projects on the Binance chain. So he knows quite a bit about what we need to run a project, how to make it successful, how to make it long term, how to make it last within our community. We are trying to build something that is not going to just pump and dump, as I'm sure all you guys have heard before that term.
Sure.
Because that's kind of what we've seen so far on the XRPL.
Yeah, it's the Wild West right now. It's like
it really is.
it's
yeah. And we're not really looking to just release a token and then airdrop it and just kind of see it just flop.
Yep.
We've seen it time and time again. I myself, and a lot of our team, we've all invested in NFTs on the XRPL already. I actually picked up some Pixelated Robot Club myself just recently.
Cool.
My buy limit went through, thank God.
Cool.
I have some X shrooms, I have some fractals. I'm dabbling in a little bit of everything. I got some Zillas now. I've got some Arnies, like you name it. I'm just all for backing up the community as a whole.
Every part, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm definitely dabbling in a lot of that and really excited for that. And so that's what we're also looking for, some partnerships as well. We would love to be involved with any other key players in the space. We would love to help back up other projects up. However we can. We actually made an NFT for the Shrooms guys. We posted on our Twitter just recently, a couple weeks back, and so we're actually gonna mint that and gift that to them. They can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, there you go.
Maybe making some more for other projects as well, just to kind of collaborate and have some fun with it. We are. We haven't released anything yet. We're still working on our artwork, still trying to build community right now. We might have an airdrop date that I might release shortly after this. If you want to follow me on Twitter, we might be dropping that today.
Okay.
I think that we finally have crunched enough numbers on what we want to do and what time and the timing that we want to set behind it. The way we are doing it, we finally decided is we are doing a pre-sale.
Okay.
That's going to be in 3 stages, and we're going to be rewarding holders. So we're going to have a 3-step airdrop after the pre-sale, and it will be in increments that are increasing for as long as people are holding the token. So it's going to be a set amount, of what you got, and then the longer you hold it, the more you're going to be rewarded. As well as what's included in our airdrops too. In our rewards programs is going to be we have allocated 40% of our total tokenomics to airdrops, giveaways, and promotions. So a lot of that is probably going to be the airdrops, in increments for holders. We may sprinkle a little bit on anyone who has us signed up in the trust line, but it's not going to be a huge amount.
Yeah.
It'll probably be just a small amount, just to maybe get some people excited. Maybe they want to invest, and hey, maybe they want to dump it, and I'll go pick it up myself. That's fine too. But a lot of it's going to be giveaways and promotions. We want to have fun with the community. We want to get people excited about xPEPE. We want to get people excited about the XRPL. And I think that with giveaways and promotions and having fun with it, that's how we're going to do it.
Cool, hell yeah. So where's your team based out of? Are you guys all like local friends or online friends?
We are all scattered. We have some on the West Coast, California. Yep. I'm originally from California, but I live on the East Coast now. I'm in North Carolina. Tufton, Virginia. NXMO homes, they're near Texas. So we're all kind of scattered. Yeah. Damien's in Florida. We come from an online community of a gaming background. Actually, we've all known each other.
So do we.
Yeah, that's exactly how
we're scattered as well. And
majority of the team we played Counter-Strike, RuneScape, and all those games together, and then the developer side of things we just found within actually XRP groups on Discord. So I mean it's cool what you can do with a group of friends that you've never met IRL before. And what you can actually accomplish. So kudos
I was
to you on
definitely
that.
the best at Counter-Strike just for that.
I'm pretty good myself. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we're actually Diablo 2, StarCraft, all those old school Blizzard games, Counter-Strike, all the games we played. We're all in our 30s now. A lot of us have full-time jobs, kids, families. We don't have as much time to game anymore. But we really truly believe that crypto is the future, right? It's decentralized currency. It can change our lives. It can change the world. And we all love artwork. I'm huge on art. My wife, she's a painter. She picks up furniture all the time, flips it. She paints for fun. We're constantly surrounding ourselves by art. And in this way, I'm not very hands-on with art. I'm not very artsy myself. I've just never developed that knack for it, but I'm definitely good at bringing communities together. I'm definitely good at, kind of helping direct those things. So that's kind of where my niches come in.
Okay.
But we're really excited too about this metaverse. There are some things that we haven't really talked about releasing yet, because we kind of just want to take it step by step. We don't want to rush anything. We don't want to word vomit and put out way too much information there on what we are going to do and what we're planning on doing. But I will hint a little bit that we do have some metaverse stuff in the works. I've already spoken with the XMeta team, the X Galaxies, a little bit about what's going on with their stuff, as well as building some kind of showcase for our PEPEs. So that's going to be pretty cool, and we're really excited about that. And that's kind of a little bit more down the line. But just to get kind of an idea of where we're at, we're really looking forward to doing stuff like that. I think that on top of cryptocurrency, metaverse is huge.
Of course,
especially
of
being
course.
early on the XRPL, maybe we can get in as some of the first projects, right, to be involved in that meta space, and I think that can be really huge and beneficial for everybody.
So about the NFTs, what's the total supply of NFTs and how many tokens? What's the tokenomics behind that? 0.5 token per NFT, 1 token per NFT. So can you break that down a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna have 5,000 tokens created. That's gonna be black hold before pre-sale and airdrop. And we're designing 10,000 NFTs. Amongst those 10,000, we're going to have a set number of unique ones and special ones that our artist Damien's going to create.
Yep.
He's already created some and teased them a little bit. We're not sure on the set number there yet, just because we kind of want to see, which ones he wants to make and which ones are. I was actually going to hold a competition and kind of an idea thing for the next couple that he's going to make. So I was going to have that within our community, let the community decide on what they want to see, what kind of PEPE they want next.
Oh, not bad.
So we're probably going to do about 25 or 30 of those unique ones, and then that's going to be it. The rest of them are going to be completely random, upon mint. And we haven't released the rarities yet for those, but that's in the works right now, just to solidify, what traits is going to be more rare than others, and things like that.
So is the art completed, or are you guys still grinding away at that?
completed, not yet, but
Yep.
we do have a majority of it, done. And I think that it just needs to be airbrushed up and just kind of perfected in a way. And
Make it look
and
all
the cool
nice
thing
and
about Pepe
pretty.
is it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's
Yep.
just he's.
No, Pepe, you get it. The assets mean everything with Pepe. Honestly, the cursed Pepes look the best. The ones that are lower quality. I don't know. I just love them.
Yeah, we're not trying to put out I mean, obviously we want quality work, but we don't want it to be
Like a high definition Pepe.
Right.
So what are you guys working on currently? What's the next best, the next biggest thing that you guys are planning on doing within the next coming weeks?
The next coming weeks, we're really right now we're working on getting our pre-sale and our airdrop done and getting the tokens out there.
Yep.
And then from there, we were really looking into the NFT showcase that I was mentioning, and we want to put some more of our earnings back into the community as well. So we were looking at XRPL node adoptions as well.
Yeah.
That's something I think that's super important in order to benefit our NFT, any project out there really can benefit from node adoption. So that's something that we were looking into within the near future.
Yeah, we totally agree on that as well, because we personally run a validator, and if we're utilizing the ledger, why not at least spend a little bit of money to support it? So it's the least that you can do to attempt to help the blockchain, the ledger. So
And it sets a good example.
It sets a good example and a good precedent that the fact that you're willing to come out of pocket and pay for a validator, or donate to adopt a node, it shows good initiative that you're here for the long term rather than just trying to use the ledger and not give back to it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's also something that the reason why we even got hooked up in the first place was because of Twitter Space. We were talking about you guys developing that new airdrop tool. I think my questions for you guys at the time was, how are you guys dropping your tokens, trying to combat bots and farmers and multi-accounts? We're still trying to figure out what option would be best for us.
Yep.
On the airdrop, and we look at all of our options. I know you guys are developing a tool, so that's something I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about too, and maybe you guys kind of fill me in on what's up with that.
So maybe Russell can help on the tool description and basically how we're going to prevent bots. But the way that we did it, we used XRP Forensics API with our tool, and we were able to remove a good percentage of those bot accounts. Of course, some definitely got through, but there's only so much you can do to prevent that. So now with our tool, Russell, if you want to kind of talk about the tool a little bit more, I just don't want to give any false information.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so I'm just gonna call you xPEPE. All right, so xPEPE. Are you familiar with the hooks that the XRPL currently allows to interface with websites and whatnot?
I am not, but my developers are.
Okay, so no worries. Essentially, we're utilizing specifically an implementation of a hook to connect to the XRPL to allow us to query account information on our back end through a CAPTCHA verification. So essentially, in order to be allowed to even create a trust line with our issuance wallet, you must complete a CAPTCHA and go through that through our main website, which requires human interaction to solve the puzzle. Once you solve the puzzle, it'll create a hash based off of your account, your wallet address, and a salt. It'll create that, it'll send it back to our service, and our service will validate that and allow a trust line from that wallet from then on forward. Then it will automatically set up a trust line, so then you don't have to worry about doing all that stuff yourself afterwards. So the hook takes care of the validation to make sure that you're human, and it also makes sure that the trust line is set up, obviously, with no sending Ripple, no sending XRP or anything like that. So It sets up, but all of that will be transparent to the user, so they'll be able to see the trust line information before saying, yeah, let's do it. But essentially, it's a pretty quick and easy way to avoid bots. It's a perfect firewall. It's what exchanges do all the time, and it'll help kind of combat all of the spam that's going on the network. That happens every single time an account issuer comes online. You've seen it, everyone's seen it. You have 10,000 trust lines immediately go straight onto it. And that's because there's no verification. That's because many people have set up bots to automatically set up trust lines for every single airdrop possible.
Yeah.
Well, our tool will allow us and anyone else who wants to use our tool to pretty much make sure that humans can do it. So, last thing I'll say on that is, if you have 100 XRPL trust lines that you want to set up, if you have 100 accounts, you can do that. You're just going to have to do the captcha 100 times. But it'll beat out all the bots.
Yeah.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, and that's something that, really caught my interest with you guys. You guys are releasing this stuff for free, and that's super cool. It's all about community involvement, I think, and that's the only thing that's really going to benefit everybody in this space. And I don't think that there are many people here that are XRP holders. We have a lot of the XRP army out there that hasn't even dabbled into any of this yet.
Yeah, for real. Not for real.
And I think that creating some of those tools for some of those people, when they eventually it's going to become something where everybody's going to want to jump right in. And I'm just super appreciative for that. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how that works out. I don't know how long we're going to be able to wait to do our airdrop, but if you guys do release something before we decide to do that, I would love to guinea pig and test it out for you guys on the main net.
No, for sure. And
Sure.
yeah, I mean, Kegger, he's gonna do a demo, I think tomorrow or sometime next week. So be on the lookout for that. We'll definitely make some tweets about that. So it should be really cool. And comparing it to Artie is still a very good tool. Just the fact that you have to give your secret information over, and I don't know, it just
one extra step.
Yeah, it's just one extra
The
step.
fact that it's on a website.
Yeah, so this is a little bit.
Right?
This is more secure for the actual user that's trying to create a project, that puts a little bit more confidence into it, that your secret phrase isn't going to get out there if somebody potentially tries to attack that website. So
yeah, I mean, that's crypto number 101, right? We never put our secret keys out on the internet. We never take photos of it. We don't ever put it on our computer. I have mine saved in 5 different locations, and it's all.
You got to,
right?
You got to.
Yeah.
It's not on the computer. It's not. I've never taken a photo of it. So that does make me a little weary, right? In the first place.
Right.
I was considering, maybe just doing some manual stuff if I have to, just to avoid something like that.
Yep. No, for sure.
So anything long term that you guys are planning on doing? Because I know that you said that you wanted to be in this space for the long term. So is there anything any dreams that you guys have?
Yeah, but I didn't really want to talk too much about
That's
it.
fine.
But I
Yeah,
can
that's
kind
fine.
of hint at it. We really want to create some kind of Pepe art gallery
Okay.
within the metaverse.
Okay.
That's probably one of our big end game goals. And I don't want to go too much into detail with that.
One of those no promises type thing.
Right. We don't want to promise anything. It's just something that we've talked about, that we've all got together late night and giggled about, and get excited over.
Yeah. For sure.
And I think that that's something that you want to have your dreams and goals, but you don't want to press it upon anybody that's going to be factual.
Exactly.
We have some other ideas too, for little games, that you would be able to load in your NFT into that game. We have an idea for a text idle game, and we have an idea for like a Frogger type game as well.
Okay.
For sure.
Do you guys currently have a roadmap or a website?
I was just looking at it.
Yes,
they
do.
got the white paper.
They got the white
roadmap's
paper.
on there.
We do.
on the
I
website,
can link it.
Oh,
The website is.
I do like. I like that first image on the website.
Definitely
You like
catches
it?
your
Yeah,
eye. Definitely catches.
We
your eye.
like it too.
For sure.
we're not not trying to be we're not trying to be super serious, rigid, crypto guys. We're trying to have fun in this space.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what we're trying to do. It take Pepe super seriously, right? I just got timed off from chat for putting the
Link, if you want to send me those links over, I can throw those up in the Discord and in the Twitch chat as well.
Sure. Who do I send it to? Anyways, I'll do that towards the end.
Yeah.
Pepe isn't something that we want to take super seriously. I specifically asked Raphael to make something silly like that. I was like, come on, dude, you can't. He's like, well, how do you want? I'm like, how do you think we want Pepe to be? And he's like, okay, I got you. And this is what he came up with. It just came out. Obviously we want to brush it up, but we felt that the community deserved a little bit more of something solid. I think that our project has been in the works since maybe mid-November. Maybe the first or second week of November. So we're still putting things together and rolling with the punches as we go. But we've all been super bullish on it. I've been working on this project every night, every spare moment I have. I still work a full-time job. I've got 3 kids and a wife. I've been balancing all that, and this has been my main, my main source of energy lately.
Yeah,
project.
Yeah.
But we pretty much hit all the bases so far, and we're just gonna build upon that. We want to make everything better. We want to build our community and make it fun for everybody.
Oh hell yeah! So we got 4 minutes left. Do you have any more questions, Steve?
We can go to the chat. If anyone has any questions in the chat, just throw them down there.
I take Pepe seriously. Fuck the SEC. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been dabbling around with XRP in general as just the token?
I've been holding it for about maybe 8 to 9 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done a lot in Ethereum, Binance, and I was actually just joking with one of the founders that I'm just so over Ethereum in general. I tried pulling out some of my small holdings, and I ended up having to pay more gas fee than they were worth, and it just kind of killed me on the inside.
Yeah,
Once I came to XRP and XRPL and doing a lot of these huge trades for a fraction of a cent is just it kind of made me spoiled in a way.
For real. Yeah.
So I'm actually looking to be excited on how much it's going to cost to actually mint something. From having to spend $50 to $150 to mint something on the Ethereum chain.
Yeah.
On
dollars.
Other chains like that. It's just been really, really bad.
Yeah, it's tough to move around on Ethereum. Honestly, I just hate the whole fact that you have to take gas into consideration, and it's like, oh, I have $60 on there. Oh no, the gas fee is $64. And then you gotta transfer more over, and it's just so much.
God forbid you have to put it on your ledger or take it off or something.
It's
It's
just stuff
fee
I just
on
like
top
to
of
avoid
minting.
it.
Yeah, ridiculous. So
it's kind of like you either have to be a really big whale and not worry about those kind of moves, which let's be honest, not most people are. And then on top of that, you have to make sure you make the correct move at the correct time, and then sit on it before you can actually pull out profits. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
I totally agree.
It's a little less punishing on the XRPL, and we've been super excited about it. And so we on our website there. We have our Twitter page. We have our Discord. I'm always in there. The founders are always in there. Feel free to reach out to any of us if you have any questions. If you want to do any partnerships, you just want to shoot the shit. We're available. Just to talk to and have some fun with. So,
for sure.
I really appreciate you guys taking the time to let me speak and speak about our project. And we're around.
Definitely.
Anytime.
No, thank you for coming.
Looks like we are out of time. So appreciate the xPEPE team joining us for this live stream. Definitely stay tuned because we do still have that marbles giveaway.
We
this
do
is
still have the marbles giveaway. Yeah, this is our
that we're running.
Bear with us, please. This is the first time we will be controlling the marble.
Yeah, so
the camera.
We might have to do a test run, but xPEPEs, appreciate y'all coming on.
Thank you for coming.
And thanks, guys.
We'll definitely have you on again in the future.
So the next project is Sorry about that. It is, hold on. It is xBot Club.
We'll get them in here.
Are they, are you in Discord?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
What's
what's
up,
up,
Mr.
Bot?
X
How
Bot?
we doing? How we doing?
Good, how's it going?
Pretty
Appreciate
good.
you guys for having me.
Yeah, for
Oh, thank
sure.
you for coming,
I'm
then.
Chris. This is Steve. We got.
You just said you're
Yeah, I'm Steve. This is Chris. We got Russell in the chat. We got Tim in here as well, and xBot. If you want to introduce yourself and your project.
Yeah, my name is Demir. I'm the founder and the director. There's two founders of the project, actually. The other founder is the artist. There's 5,000 uniquely generated NFTs being designed by our artists.
Yep.
And our goal is to basically try to integrate the XRPL into artificial intelligence, since this sector is really being explored, especially with Elon and all these other tech companies that are starting to get involved with artificial intelligence more, and it's speeding up rapidly. So we just see a slight advantage where we could come in and use some of our knowledge for the XRPL and apply it in some of these actual AI places.
For sure, for sure. Now, are you guys doxxed? Is it cool if we ask for your name and like where you're from? If not, it's totally cool.
Yeah, we are doxed. Our white paper's out. Each one of our team members posted a picture. I can
There
bring them up right
nice.
now.
Oh,
So
hell yeah, there you go.
Yeah, for sure.
So how did your team come together? Are you guys longtime friends, or just met them and hey, time to start a project?
So basically, I've known everyone on the team for about 5 to 6 years plus now, and one of the team members for about 12 years now. I've been in XRP for 5 years now, since 2016, late 2017.
So we got a
early
We got a
2017.
vet. We got a vet.
We got a vet.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's definitely been a while.
Same
Haven't
with
sold a
us.
singular one yet. It's been a long run, but and I'm the guy that everybody thinks crazy. That's telling everybody buy XRP, don't sell everything, buy XRP. I'm one of those guys.
When
And
2K.
everyone thinks me.
Yeah.
Thinks I'm crazy.
589.
I'm one of those. Believe me, I'm one of those guys. But you want to bonus though?
Yeah,
That's
one of us,
what I like to
exactly.
hear. That's what a lot of people in these spaces are. They're all part of the hodl gang, which is good to hear. But a lot of my friends, no one was really involved in crypto. I only had one of my uncles back when I was in high school that involved me in crypto back when I was younger, in early 2014. And then I never really got into it because I was young.
Yeah.
In 2017, that's when it started picking up, and I was like, oh, okay, I need to really actually take this serious. And then I started trying to get all my friends on, blah, blah, blah. No one wants to listen. And then they start to see that money coming, the pumps start to happen, and they're like, okay, let me actually pay attention.
Yeah,
So I started bringing all my friends on board, and me and Vin xBot, that's the co-founder, he's the artist as well. Me and him got together one day, and we sat down, and we're like, okay, we understand all of this now. No one else really in this space is still touched into robots yet.
Yep.
And we just brainstormed out some ideas. One of our team members actually has connections with someone who works in the artificial intelligence field. So we have a little back-end connection that we're working on getting situated with him. And yeah, pretty much all my team members for now have been in crypto for 2 to 3 years. I'm about 5 to 6. And yeah.
Hell yeah. So when did your project first start? When did you guys first form?
It's actually extremely new. Our first post on Twitter when we first started was November 6th. About a week prior to that, we were all brainstorming and getting stuff together and bringing on our friends and our team members that we knew would actually be able to apply value to the project. And
Exactly.
Because I just didn't want anyone, everyone wants to be part of something when they see how serious it is. But I'd say we're almost a month and a half old now about that.
Okay.
And we already have our white paper out, our website, our Discord.
Fully
All of our
doxed.
team members are doxed.
Yep. No, the doxing is definitely an important piece to proving legitimacy in the space, because it's super easy to create a trust line, release it, potentially make money, and then do something kill the project. So the fact that you're putting a name and a face behind it, it shows that You know, it's if like let's say you did, or a project did put their face out there and their name, and they were to, rug their project, you could be found. So it's like
easily.
I'm not saying something
100%.
bad's gonna happen.
Transparency is key. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
So
pretty much.
did you touch on how many team members you have?
Currently, there are 5 team members that are working on the team. We have an artist, which is one of the co-founders. We have me. We have a developer. We have a marketer, and we have I guess you could say he's like a content creator, like a designer kind of.
Yep, definitely.
And then we do plan on onboarding more people as well in the future.
For sure. And is this your guys' first NFT project?
Yes, personally, this is our first NFT project. I was involved in a lot of the XRPL projects within the past few months.
Yeah.
And I was just because I've been in XRP for so long, so as soon as they started popping up, I instantly knew what was just where to go. So I've been paying attention to a lot of these projects, seeing how they were operating, seeing how they go, seeing how they build these communities. And then I just sat back and thought, like, oh yeah, I have an idea as well. I guess this is the best place to do it. We all know the Ethereum gas fees. Anyone can easily go on OpenSea or somewhere and make a whole NFT project. But same thing, like you said, anyone can make an XRPL coin on the ledger and then just do whatever they want. But can anyone actually create a community? Can anyone actually do what they're going to say that they're going to do, etc.? So hopefully everyone here, and that's the plan, that stay on the XRPL and stay away from these other cryptos. Like, I am holding a lot of other cryptos, and I am investing in other NFT projects like on Solana as well. But
yeah,
it looks like this is obviously going to be the best route because we all know that XRP is the standard. So
XRP is the standard.
It's so funny.
XRP is the standard.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And like you guys were referring to talking about in the last interview, I can't imagine what's going to happen when XLS20D actually comes out. And all these NFT projects actually start to rush on here, and then prior to the ones that are actually here before then, and there's not even going to be a comparison.
Also, we also got to take into consideration XLS 20D coming out, and what's going to happen post SEC lawsuit. So seeing there's going to be an NFT standard released, the first cryptocurrency to be green lighted by the U.S. government. It's going to drive a nice crowd of people over to the XRPL, and once people start getting they start seeing the low gas fees and the speeds of a transfer, it's almost like a solid sell right there. It's hard not to do it, but the main thing is they're going to have to make it easy to do. So for example, you go to OpenSea, you can click 3 buttons and mint an NFT.
Yeah.
Right now on the XRPL, there's a couple steps, and it's kind of hard to acquire XRP. So once that mass adoption actually comes, then hopefully that ease comes with it, which I think it will. So it's going to be a fun time post lawsuit, and I mean I know we're all looking for the end of that here. So
it's exciting.
So just to touch on it, how many NFTs are you guys planning on releasing?
5,000. Ratio is 1-to-1. There are 5,000 coins, and we're black hole of course this year, and they're gonna be.
Have you guys done
Xbox?
Have you done your airdrop yet?
Yes, we have.
Okay, cool.
That's actually the one problem we had because you guys were talking about the bots. We dropped to a lot of trust lines. That was one mistake we did make, was dropping to a lot of trust lines, and obviously that kind of screwed our price up. So our price is pretty low right now. So it is good because you can buy in and get it for a low price, but with all the trust lines from the very beginning, we're just now weeding out all the the paper hands, the people that just wanted the airdrop. So we're actually starting to get real XBot members, real people that actually believe in the project and want to see us go somewhere.
And at the end of the day, if you do plan to be here long term, price. I mean, it's definitely big to have, I don't know. It's like a live chart and all that stuff, but price. I mean, you need to release value, and then price follows with value. So
100%. But yeah, we definitely have a few things coming out. We did announce our loyalty reward program, which we are currently working out now. So anyone holding one or more xBot will definitely be rewarded and paid some rewards. And we do have a future drop coming in the not near future, but it's definitely like down the line. So
For sure.
we definitely have a few things coming up.
Cool. And do you guys have any like long-term goals or dreams for the project? And these don't have to be things that like you're 100% going to do, but maybe it's something. If your project is successful, however many months or years down the road, do you have anything like that you want to do with it?
100%. Our ideal scenario, if you're holding an xBot, since we are trying to get innovation, like start new innovation into like tech companies and artificial intelligence sector, we're definitely going to try to partner with some of these companies for convention-wise. So if you are holding an xBot, you will have access to these tech conventions or blockchain conventions rather than have to pay, the fee or the standard entrance fee, etc. So that's one idea that we definitely have that we're going to try to get, as well as building a real life place, obviously, for holders of xBot, like a club. And depending on how, if you look at our roadmap, this is our very last thing. We even put a question mark on this one because who knows what can happen, but it's definitely, this one's the dream. Depending on how all these partnerships and these companies and everything can go with these collaborations, down the future, maybe we can build a real xBot, a real artificial intelligence AI xBot. It sounds off the wall, but we definitely, our team knows it's doable. With what we have behind closed doors, we know that we can make something happen.
For sure.
With everything that we have put on our roadmap for the most part.
Yeah, if you know the right people, I mean, it's definitely something that's possible.
Yeah, and as time goes on, we'll definitely just, more and more stuff will come out so people will get a more understanding of the back end of stuff so they can see like, okay, this really is going to happen, this can happen, so.
For sure. So you guys have a white paper, correct? I think I'm looking at it right now. I see that you guys have all your pictures on there. That's awesome. Let's see, you guys have a website, correct?
Yep.
And then you just mentioned the roadmap as well, so we'll definitely take a look at that. You guys are docs too, which props to that.
Appreciate that.
Let's see. Cool. Any like planned utility? I know that's another one of those, contingent answers, but.
Yeah, of course. Not too much going into this because everyone's always talking about it. But we do plan on running a node as well, just because of all the problems that everything's going on. But we're still working on the back end details of that, of course. But then that just seems like that's what everyone's going to do because that does seem like it's the best route and the safest route. And not only will we benefit from it, of course, but anyone will be able to use it. So just like you guys are doing, we definitely appreciate you guys for setting something up like that.
Yeah, the dev team.
Our
dev team is just they're saints.
Yeah, Russell. Oh, he's actually muted. But Russell and Kegger,
and Adam,
they're definitely blessings.
For sure, they've been working really hard on the things that we have in store. So we're excited to release that type of stuff and. Yeah, like you said, doing the validator node, just helping out the community, definitely a good way to do it. I'm gonna go grab a refill of coffee. Excuse me.
So Dream Baller. Dream just asked a question. Just clarification: 5,000 tokens, 1-to-1 token per NFT, correct?
Correct.
Actually, Dowder just asked. Never mind. Dream was just confirming. Sorry about that. So what were you saying before I cut you off?
Oh yeah, it's all good. We are planning on actually doing a video game tournament as well too. The information is going to be released pretty soon as well, but we do have a tournament coming up that we're going to release information on that we plan on people get excited for. We just did a vote on our Twitter to see if anyone would like to play the game and something like it's going to be interesting. So we're going to be releasing information on that coming up as well. And our back end, we are also working on our merch store, so people can get some Xbox Club gear as well.
For sure. I'm looking at some of the artwork right now. How many attributes do you guys have for your NFTs?
As of right now, well, see, we have not actually. That's one thing we have not released a lot of, which is surprising. We have not released a lot of attributes, which we are going to do something similar to what, if you guys know what Xpunks did, how they released one of each every single day.
Oh, really? Is that
We
how they
plan
do it?
on- Yeah, they release one every single day, and then at the end of the week they put one into a generator.
Yeah.
We are trying to figure out something that we could do on our website to add something along the lines of that, but
Okay.
gradually we are going to start releasing way more attributes, and we are open up to community ideas as well. But there are a decent amount of our attributes done
Yeah.
because we're just, they're just layers basically. But
Exactly. Yep.
yeah, there's definitely going to be at least over 15 to 20 in each of our categories at least.
Okay. And it looks like you guys have like 6 or 7 categories, which is pretty cool.
7. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So what do you guys use to create the art?
I'm not the artist, so I exactly am not sure what
Yeah. Yeah.
the exact software is called, but
That's cool.
yeah,
Definitely sick artwork for sure.
he might be able to answer that in the chat. I'm not sure, but
For sure. Cool. What do we got? We have any other questions? Open up questions to the chat.
Yeah, so just one question. What are the allocations looking like for the token in terms of percentages going towards marketing, percentages going towards founders, and actual airdrop percentages?
our tokenomics is on our website.
Yep.
1,600 of those are using for marketing operations. 2,000 were airdrop, but due to how the airdrop was and a lot of people that were we had about like 50-ish coins that did an airdrop around there.
Yep.
So we just allocated those towards giveaways
Okay.
and towards the loyalty program. So we just give those back to the community for the people that didn't, I guess, go stake there, the fake trust lounge or whatever it was.
Yep.
And then the founders, I believe, we are only keeping, I don't know their exact tokenomics at the moment.
Looks like 6%. You guys are keeping.
Yeah.
Which is
It's a
300
pretty
tokens.
small amount.
Yeah, 300 tokens.
And they're also locked until mint as well, so we're not touching any of those until. And we plan on updating the website and adding our wallets. It was just we did not add those at that time when we released our website.
Yeah, for sure.
But those will definitely be out there for people to check to make sure that everything's there and okay.
Definitely. So what are you guys working on right now?
As of right now, we are collabing with a few people. Like I said, we're working on our merch store.
Yep.
And right now, we are also just trying to get some other developers and marketers on the team. Those are like the main goals as of right now.
Yep.
And gradually just release attributes as it goes along and build how you can get more just community members in the project. Like I said, we're doing multiple giveaways, different tournaments, different ways to interact with the community. And behind the scenes, of course, finishing up all the designs, trying to hire more team members.
Yep.
And finishing up our merch store for hopefully very soon.
Definitely.
Ooh, a merch store. So what are you guys creating? Sweatshirts, t-shirts, keychains,
Yeah,
any of that?
t-shirt, yeah, stuff like that. Basically.
Okay.
Xbox stuff. Just the logo, maybe
Okay.
even do some giveaways for some cool different designs or unique stuff.
Excited to see that.
So Dreamballer says that Frackle and Club X are doing. Do Park or Xbots plan to drop additional NFTs to holders?
As for Park, we have not discussed that yet, so we can't really touch on that. As for Xbots, if you want to answer that, you're probably better than me.
In our roadmap, it's in our innovation phase on our roadmap. It's the first one that actually says airdrop for all Xbox NFT holders. So depending on how this XLS20D thing goes, we do have something planned for people who do hold Xbox to drop them something. I'm not going to say it's an NFT, But if you hold an XBot, yes, you will receive an airdrop in the future for something.
Okay, so be on the
More
lookout
information
for
on
that.
that will come out as time goes on, but we can't just drop that right now.
Yeah, no, of course. See, that's the thing about the XRPL is since the date hasn't been confirmed, it's kind of tough to put long-term time frames on stuff. So
Yeah.
we got to stay within our guidelines and build what we can build and try to make innovations where innovations can be made. So
Basically, make sure that everything's ready to go.
Exactly.
The second that XLS drops.
That pops off. Yep.
Yeah, for real.
I'm saying I can't even imagine the projects that are going to be scrambling to do that after the fact.
Yes,
exactly.
And it's probably going to be that much harder because that's the thing about the Ethereum market. You have a ton of projects all kind of doing the exact same thing in a super saturated market. So coming over to XRPL, it's like, a lot of the publicity that you get is just magnified. So you have a lot more people looking at your project, and you have a lot less, not exactly competition, but other projects around you. So that's what makes the XRPL nice right now. And then, like you said, all of these new projects that are coming on as soon as XLS drops, they're going to be behind. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Super nice to get this early. Vin said Clip Studio Paint. Timmy, have you ever heard of that? I don't know if you're still here, Tim.
Yeah, so Clip Studio, I'm familiar with it. I've never used it. I'm more familiar with Procreate and Pixaki and then the Adobe stuff.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people really like Clip Studio.
True.
I know a lot of art content creators use it because you can auto record a time lapse of if you start a drawing.
Oh wow, that's
you
nice.
can set it to record and it'll make a time lapse of it and stuff.
Oh, that
would be pretty cool.
That's
to do
actually really cool
for us. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So we got that Marbles game coming up. That's at what? Probably 3:30.
So the marbles, we have World of Freight on after this, and then we have Fish. Hold on. Friendly Fish. I just wanted to make sure I was going to say.
So they're coming on. So we do have.
Yep, we do have 4. So Marbles is looking like
probably
like a 4,
yeah.
4:05, something like that. Don't quote me on that. We might be a minute or two late, but
we also need to get the overlay to pop up when people follow us because we've been missing it.
Yeah. So if you've been following us, thank you so much for the follows.
we haven't been.
So when Luke actually comes back today, so the next stream it's going to be a lot more legit in terms of notifications, and Luke is just a stream wizard. So
yeah.
We're just filling in.
We're filling in. We're doing all right though, for sure. We got
Thank you.
not many people coming on the cam today, which is cool. But if anyone does want to come on the cam, we'll definitely put you on there.
Yeah. So we roughly have 8 more minutes left. Yeah. So xBot, if there's anything that you'd like to say, let the viewers know.
Any shout outs or cool.
Shout outs, anything. Honestly, you have the next 7 minutes to kind of talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I just wanted to first off say thank you guys for this opportunity. We definitely appreciate it. And make sure you guys just pay attention to our Twitter and our Discord because, like I said, we do have a video game tournament coming up as well. It's definitely going to be an interesting thing that no one's done yet. So we definitely think it's going to be a fun, interactive thing that anyone will be able to join in on.
Mind if I ask one question?
Yeah.
Which video game?
Uh-oh, we might be digging too deep.
That's going to be the crazy one. That's the one that hasn't been done yet. So.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. Now
we're working on the flyer and the announcement right now. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun.
Hey, if
now
you guys
need prizes like Xbox and other stuff like that.
If you guys need someone to live stream it, we'll definitely throw it up there.
Oh, definitely. We're actually, looking for someone to do that because it'll definitely be something that we think will definitely get a lot of other people that aren't in the space at least come to look. So
that would be awesome. Definitely keep us posted on that.
Yeah, we'd be more than happy to host it and
that'd be sick.
Do whatever. So
commentate and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
and I don't know if you guys want to say what we were talking about earlier, what we're talking about, if you guys wanted to release that information or save it for later.
So hold on.
He's pulling it up.
Yeah,
right now.
sorry, it's just. So yes, we will be doing a XBot Park collab somewhere down the line, potentially next week. So
For sure.
we'll let you know a little bit more information when that comes to fruition, but
Yep.
be on the lookout for that.
And that's going to be cool because a lot of the collaborations that we've been doing, Tim actually did most of the art for that. So it's cool to see another project kind of do a derivative park NFT. You guys are that's what you guys are planning on doing, right?
Yeah, we're gonna basically make our iteration of the Xbox version of a park. Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's gonna be really
yeah,
cool.
it's gonna
I'm
be
excited
sick.
for
That's
that,
actually gonna
for
be
sure.
really sick.
Yeah, definitely. So
So,
that's gonna be cool.
but yeah, that's pretty much it. Just appreciate you guys again, and just stay tuned and look out for that tournament because I definitely think it'll be something that'll.
Oh, definitely gonna be on the lookout for that. We're very competitive here, and we love gaming, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
perfect.
That's what I like to hear. That's
And-
what I like to hear.
So yeah, guys, XBot fully doxed white paper is up. They have their
They
website
got their
up.
pictures
They
on
have
there.
everything,
Beautiful
so
faces.
Definitely check them out.
For sure. Appreciate you coming on as well.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And we'll definitely invite you guys on whenever you want to. Even if you want to get your whole squad in here,
Yeah,
that'd be
We
cool.
can definitely get that situated before then.
The more the merrier. So
Of course. Appreciate you guys and thank you.
no, thank you for
Definitely,
coming on.
definitely.
Thank you.
Yep. Beat boot.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. We'll put you back on there. For sure. So cool. We got some other people in the live stream chat. Appreciate that.
Hey,
It's so hard for me to see because I haven't done the two-factor authenticator, so I can't see all the people in it.
Well, you can close that. I'm pretty sure. Or does
No,
that actually
you
that
have
stays
to
open?
do it. Yeah.
Why haven't you done it yet?
Yeah, no, I know. I've
You
been
gotta
slacking.
secure your account.
Secure that. Who we got in here? We got Ben in here. D-Wiz is tuned in.
D-Wiz.
Cool. Yeah, the marble game is going to be fire. How much park are we planning on?
So
doing?
we're going to be
Have we
giving
decided
away
on that?
1 park token, 5 games, 0.2 each game.
5 games.
It's going to be really fun.
That's gonna be.
It's going to be really fun.
And so we'll probably do a test run. Oh, our
No.
roommate's over here. He's back behind us. He's getting his phone out. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. And your marble's gonna go flying off the track too.
Dude, last time it was all over. I didn't finish the race last time.
I'm pissed I missed out on the
Yeah, the last marbles there was one race where I think Patty Mayo was in first place and he was going down the ramp and the cylinder came out from under the ground and stopped his ball like that. And then you just saw somebody just wiggle their way past him and win. It was a nail biter to say the least, but
So who do we got on next? Is it World of Freight?
that is Ben. World of Freight is coming on next.
For sure.
This is going to be our first Ethereum project that we will be interviewing and allowing on. Again, we do not discriminate against any other project. We don't care what chain you're on. We just want to hear about your project and show it to our audience. So if you guys know anybody or run a project yourself that isn't on the XRPL, perfectly fine. We'd love to have you on.
Or just any business stuff in general.
Yeah.
Any type of project that you're working on. Maybe it's art that isn't linked to any blockchain, which is totally cool too.
Exactly.
You can come on here and chill or promote anything that you want to. So free space, and we're going to probably keep it that way.
Exactly. You know, we just want to keep it free because we understand how hard it is for projects, you know, to get noticed. So if we can, you know, help at least give a little bump, then that makes us happy at the end of the day. So
Shouts to D-Wiz. He's up in the chat.
D-Wizard. D-Wizard.
Clever name. Lord of the Dingus is always up in here. Appreciate that.
And we will be making a tweet right now about the giveaways, so
Predicted to be around 4 p.m.
yes. So yeah, Ben, if you want to come up and we can get this cracking. I think you're in here, right?
I think he's here. Mike is muted, Ben. You're
Hey,
unmuted.
what's up, guys?
There we go. What's up, Ben? What's up, Ben?
What's going on?
Good, man. Just been hanging. Woke up at noon, got some coffee.
Hey.
You know, it's been a good Saturday so far. How are y'all?
Pretty good, pretty
Doing
good.
well. We woke up a little early. We woke up at what, 9? Well, you're always. Up
I'm always up
cracking
at like
on.
7, so it's.
I take the extra couple hours in the morning, and these guys are waiting for me to go to the gym and shit.
Yeah.
I'm taking my time.
Did it happen today?
Yes, it
We
did.
made it,
Went
yeah,
to the
we
gym.
made it.
Went to the gym. Got groceries. Cooked the meal prep. Did everything.
Yeah.
So very successful day so far.
I'm
sure.
so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
But hey, sometimes you need those days where you sleep in.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely.
For sure. So, we've known Ben for a little bit, and Ben, if you want to just introduce yourself and your project.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm Ben. Nice to talk with y'all again. And then
For
thanks
sure.
for the opportunity to come on, and appreciate
course.
everybody in the chat too. So my the project that I guess a little bit of background on me. So I kind of came out of the private credit, private equity investing world. And kind of rage quit my job in August, which is a longer story than I'm willing to tell on stream, but
They're not
kind of pivoting from that to kind of just stumbling into NFT world, mostly just because I'm a big Twitter addict. But kind of realized that like, oh man, like NFTs and smart contracts and kind of all this stuff like you can use in a way to it's an alternative. It's a better version of the ICO in my mind, is because you can actually sell products, sell your NFTs in order to fund kind of longer term technical development of a project without giving up any real kind of control to third party investors, in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
And so what World of Freight is the NFT project for World of Freight Labs, which kind of consists of two parts, which is the World of Freight NFT project, and then the Suplane blockchain ecosystem.
Yep.
And so what World of Freight is a 10K Ethereum-based vehicle-themed NFT project. So we've got like boats and planes and trains and all that good stuff and spaceships. And what we're building it out into is a kind of a gamified, freight-based ecosystem. So right now, just to get the first version of a game out the door for our community, we kind of went with like a Z-Run style, kind of randomized, the trucks races against the trucks, and you win. Sorry, my cat's freaking out. You win kind of ERC20 tokens called our World of Freight tokens or Wolf tokens that are native to our ecosystem that you can use to change the appearance of your vehicles and eventually upgrade the stats. And right now we're running all our races for free, but they'll eventually be kind of paid races. So we've kind of already got, in-world utility for our token, which, I don't like to, swing too much, but, that seems like something that a lot of projects are looking for right now. And we're like, hey, we've already got it.
Exactly.
But longer term on the game development side, we want to build it out into something more like Factorio, if y'all have ever played that before.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and so to kind of make it into more of kind of like a supply chain, kind of like instead of like in the way that Factorio is focused on automation, kind of focus on something that's like, like a little bit more like load balancing over a system or something like that. Because I think that people could get really into kind of like min-maxing that kind of stuff, which would be fun. And then in what we're using the NFT proceeds for on the Suplane side is that we are working on developing a supply chain and logistics industry focused blockchain, and kind of less so because like a lot of those things that already exist are more focused on kind of purely just tracking chain of custody on a blockchain ledger, which is like cool and all, but there's like a lot more stuff that you can be doing. And so, kind of exact, specs and stuff are TBD. Like we're working through like an initial security consultation, and we're like hiring on our actual guy who's going to lead the blockchain dev effort now or in the next couple days or sometime soon. But ultimately, we kind of put it out as an ecosystem for people to develop their own dApps on, obviously. And then, but the first thing, kind of the base use case for it that we're working on as a World of Freight / Suplane team is to kind of replace the API layer between that exists between kind of like e-commerce companies or more regional shippers, and because what happens is like the big big, transnational carriers kind of charge, like 5 to 6 figures sometimes for these like API hook-ins into their systems for like custom integrations and all that. And so if you can say, hey, we have a blockchain-based solution that's going to protect your data privacy, it's, and we're also not going to use the data that's flowing through our pipelines to systematically price gouge you every year and all that, right? Like, it starts to become a pretty attractive value proposition. So we're targeting a testnet launch in like late Q1, hopefully, if everything holds to a time frame. And then the NFT project kind of plays back in because the World of Freight holders will get airdropped. We'll get airdrops the plane token when that goes live.
Nice.
And then we're still working on the exact mechanics, but the NFTs are going to be involved in the governance system of the Spline blockchain as well. So I know that's a lot, but we got a lot going on, so kind of happy to take any questions.
For sure. Has the NFTs are released, correct?
Yeah, we've been minting since I think the last week of September. I think we're one of those projects that have kind of just wanted to put all the money towards dev instead of marketing, and so now that we've actually got our game went live a couple weeks ago, and now that's starting to catch some people's eyes because now everybody's complaining about people not having games out. We've kind of got something to show people, which is nice. But so it's been a slower mint. We're at about I think we're up to 2.2 thousand on the 10K.
Ooh, not bad. That's awesome.
Good,
yeah, congratulations on that. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we had a big. So what happened is that we had a couple people. So we've got about 600 some odd holders on that 2.2K. And then we also had 2 or 3 people that kind of came in early and picked up, and not total whale status, but in kind of the high 2-figure numbers. So we got some good support early from the community, and then we've kind of just been head down, kind of focusing on building out the product before we start ramping up marketing, kind of on shows like this and stuff.
For sure. It looks like you guys kind of have a little lore to back this up, like a story. Because I know you have your freight punks, and then you also have the actual.
I do like
vehicles.
those freight punks.
Yeah, the freight punks.
Those are actually really sick.
Oh yeah, so the freight punks. If I can give you the pitch on the freight punks real quick.
Go right ahead. Yeah, run it through.
Those were a free mint, free plus gas mint available to our holders through the end of November. So kind of right before we launched the game, so it was kind of a reward for the people who had kind of stuck with us, even kind of before we had been real to show for it.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about exactly what we're going to do with them, but there's kind of a couple pieces of one. So people who hold both the World of Freight NFTs and the Freight Punks will get we're going to have 25 or 50% extra plane token airdrop when that happens.
Wow.
And then we're still they have metadata based properties kind of in the same way that our base the Genesis NFT collection does, and so we're working on ways to kind of integrate them into the game. So say, hey, if you actually have a driver for your truck,
yes, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it was kind of really it wasn't so much as a lore project. It was more because when Sander initially launched the project, it was kind of peak PFP mania, and so he had kind of wanted to do something a little different, and to have an NFT project that wasn't primarily PFP based. But what we found pretty quickly was that we had excited community members who wanted a PFP to go along with it, and so we ended up kind of moving in that direction.
For sure. And to touch on the team, could you just mention who's on the team, what their roles are, stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. So the team started off. It was initially 4 people. So it's Sander, who's at Sander, and so actually just to kick it off, so the whole team's docs. If you go to the Discord, check out bios for everybody. The website still needs to be updated for me and the one other guy that's joined. But so the initial people were Sander, who's kind of the CEO, mad scientist guy, kind of came up with all this stuff. And then we have Arthur, who is kind of the head dev tech guy on the team, and then Kieran, who she leads kind of product design, ideation, and a lot of kind of the artistic stuff as well.
Yeah.
And then Sander's dad, Alex, is actually on the team as well, and him and Sander have kind of worked together in the supply chain industry for years prior to this.
Nice.
And so that was kind of the initial idea, was that I kind of joined the team coming and saying, hey, you guys are going to, go raise outside capital eventually, I kind of have, tech investing and tech operating experience from prior roles that I've held. And because this was, kind of a serious tech dev effort, it kind of made sense. But kind of where I've slotted in is a little bit, at least for right now, until there's kind of real business ops stuff to be doing. Is kind of more on the kind of community management side.
For sure.
And, I've been kind of doing a lot of stuff like this, where I've kind of been setting up and making intros for the project and all that kind of stuff. And then just to round it out, we also have Andre, who is he's like, I would say that he's the former CEO of, I think it's it's either the Estonian Public Parcel Service or like the largest private one in Estonia.
Nice.
And so he's also on to he's kind of leading the charge more so on some of the ideation and then networking on the supply chain industry side.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay,
Yeah, that's
hell
awesome
yeah.
that you guys have some actual background in real life in that industry. Because that's definitely going to help long run when you decide to implement it, like you said, into real life.
Yeah, and so that's in like in a prior life, the firm I worked for was invested in the actually like the largest DHL subcontractor in the United States. I've done like in the past, like I've invested in like a fleet management, logistics, transportation tech hardware system, so it's like we've tried to assemble, a long-term team for a long-term project, and so we just, we hope that reflects that.
For sure. So you guys are already released on Ethereum. Is there any reason that you decided to pick that, or?
And so we had initially, right, so we've been minting for a while, and Sander and the team have been working on getting the project launched since like January-ish, and that was kind of pre a lot of this, either alt chain or level 2 stuff taking off, and so by the time some of those became viable options for projects, it was kind of already too late for us. What we are doing is, so one, we're either going to figure out a way to make the game totally gasless and kind of operate on like an unclaimed credits basis, so you only have to claim, and pay gas when you actually want to swap for Ethereum. And then for our actual discipline solution, we're still kind of figuring out if we're going to go do our own thing or operate on some existing chain or do whatever. Like that's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, definitely. Now I know that you've been in the game for a while now because we met on Twitter probably a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And we know you're always working on there. Like you said, you're a Twitter addict. So I know that this isn't the first NFT project that you've been involved in, but as far as the World of Freight team, have you guys worked on anything previous to this?
So not in kind of the direct blockchain world, right? Because I had always kind of followed, the ecosystem, but never invested in it. But what Sander had done before was he actually kind of franchised out a robotics education kind of seminar camp thing across like 18 different countries. And so again, it's something that's not directly blockchain, but it's still tech related. And I know that y'all are really cool in that you're kind of bringing a lot of the ETH crowd over to XRPL. But for us, I think we just decided that we wanted to, kind of maintain a focus there versus trying to spread out. Which I think there's viable avenues both ways, but that's just the way that we went.
No, for sure.
So what are you guys working on like currently? What's what's coming in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, so we launched our game, I think the 11th, so a little bit over a week ago at this point. And right now, there's not really a visual element to it. It's kind of just the race to start and then they show the results. So kind of the first priority up next is, beyond just kind of general bug fixes, is getting a visual element there, whether it's, cards, just like dots along a circle or something, but just to get something to start getting something people where get people chatting with Discord. You can post screenshots and all that, but it's fun to, I'm talking to the marbles guys. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
And so that, and then we're also kind of ramping up the supply efforts as well. So we're working through we're trying to finalize some of the tokenomics pieces, and then finalize some of the base element tech decisions, so we can kind of get rolling on a real white paper in a more traditional sense on that.
Yep, for sure. It's kind of interesting because white papers are a standard in XRPL, whereas in the Ethereum market, there's not many people do them.
Well, yeah, because it's two different things. Just because as of right now within the XRPL, you're kind of trading a token, so you kind of gotta explain the allocation of it and how the token's actually gonna work.
Yeah.
Because we're so early within the XRPL space that again there is no standard for those NFTs yet. So you kind of got to treat it like a token, but at the same time treat it like an NFT. It's like it's a weird. It's weird, honestly.
That's a weird balance, yeah. But it's cool.
Yeah, no, and it's been super interesting for me to kind of get it up close. Because for me, right, like I come from a world where you need to have like a 7-figure business and like an 80-page slide deck to like raise any money.
Yes.
Wild.
Traditional finance.
Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna put out a 2-page PDF and raise $12 million. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Seriously, like the biggest NFT within this space is Xpunks, and their currency has a $100 million market cap. It's honestly wild to see that something can grow that big without even having the actual product out there yet.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. But yeah, man, so it's fun, and then we've got we've tried to gamify our Discord in some kind of neat ways. So like our big thing that we've been doing for a while is we run trivia pretty much every day.
I did see that.
Yeah, and so over time, and so because like the way that if you take a little bit of a step back and think of want to talk about the way that we think about like rewarding our community members is that we recognize so we're minting at 0.08, and so we understand that we're a relatively premium price project that maybe not everybody can afford, and so it was important to us to kind of make sure that we can figure out ways to reward people who may not be able who can only afford one or maybe can't even afford
exactly.
it. So we use kind of the points system in the Discord that you primarily generate through participating in our trivia games
nice.
to eventually win a free World of Freight NFT, and then we also have a little RPG game. It's like Sander runs the one guild and I run the other one. And we fight about it.
That's pretty sick, yeah.
We LARP, it's fun, So we just try to we're nothing super big scale yet, but we're also and we also bought a few of those NFT worlds. I don't know if you guys have been following that one, but that's like a neat project where basically they partnered with Minecraft, and it's like they just licensed the Minecraft engine, and if you buy one, you can build your real plot.
That's actually super sick. I love Minecraft, so I'm excited to see that. That's honestly sick.
Yeah, so we got 2 of those, and then then once you've got kind of like that kind of virtual real estate, right? It kind of opens up a lot of cool things that you can do, because I was actually talking with one of my friends who's kind of more on the music NFT side. He's like, yeah, dude, if you build like a racetrack stadium kind of thing, that'd be a dope music venue, and I'm sure you could pay to rent that stuff out.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Fortnite is kind of like a bad example, but when they first came out, they were hosting those in-game concerts where Travis Scott would perform and stuff like that.
That was recent, I thought, weren't they?
I mean, it's been going on for a while. It's been going on for a while, but I mean, I could easily see potential superstars movie actors actually performing within the metaverse just virtually. I mean, that might be a little bit later down the line once they become accustomed to it, but I can't imagine that it's not going to happen.
Yeah, so it's stuff like that, right? And then you can start doing a revenue share on that kind of stuff, with your token holders, and because and that introduces another element of kind of we don't like to market it as passive income, right? But our NFTs do yield our in-game token, and there is a swap pool up. So but once you kind of get these more real metaverse initiatives set up, it kind of opens up other monetization avenues, which we like long term.
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
Anyone in the chat have any questions? Feel
Zombie
free to...
Express is in here.
Yeah,
Welcome,
Zombie Express.
Rich.
Shouts.
Good evening.
Yeah, Zombie's one of our mods. Good guy. We actually met with him. So Sandra and I went to NFT NYC, as I think I've told you guys about.
Yeah.
Meet up with him in person, so it's always good to see the community in person.
That's a big thing. You can definitely build a ton of trust. Like we flew out some of our team a while back.
Yeah, for back during Spoder.
Yeah, during our...
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you definitely saw it, Ben. We had the whole Spoder squad here, except for Luke.
Yeah.
That it was a great time seeing everybody, and the cool thing about it was, I've known Timmy, Frags, Capone, and all those guys for, 2 to 3 plus years,
Easy,
and it's like I never thought I was gonna see them in real life, and then, damn, they're standing in our kitchen. So it was a dope experience to say the least.
Yeah, totally agree.
So what's going on, Ben? What have you been up to yourself? Because I know you're doing a lot of stuff all the time.
Yeah, so I mean, the one other thing, I mean, aside from like being an obnoxious funk person on Twitter, is one of the other projects that I'm more of a volunteer mod for. And this might be interesting to you guys. So he's running a casino project. It's like it's free to play. It's a free to play casino. But he's in the process. So there's the rewards system for the casino is going to be NFT based. And so he's in the process of minting those. Like Public Mint just launched yesterday, and so he's starting to do the same thing. Like he had initially kind of brought me onto the mod team just to help him do Twitter Spaces, but then kind of in a similar issue that we ran into because he was kind of building a larger system, and kind of when he tried to market, everybody would just tell him like, "Yeah, come back and talk to me when you have it." Now that he has it, he's starting to ramp back up too. So TBD, but we're gonna start doing like regular Twitter Spaces, the 2 or 3 of us. Hopefully next week, so we'll be chatting about that one soon. That's called Eastside Mafia, by the way, on Twitter.
Yeah, definitely let us know. I mean, we definitely need to get back in the spaces because we host them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we'd love to be like a guest in whatever you guys are putting out for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be dope. And then I don't think I'm doing anything else fun. I'm gonna go back to Dallas to go to Dirk's jersey retirement game. That's what I'm looking forward to right now.
Ooh.
Nice.
The jersey retirement.
Oh, we got our roommate over there. He's all smirked up over there.
Well, what do you think about that, Pat? The jersey retirement. Thumbs up? Thumbs up.
Hey, let's go.
For sure. Cool.
Gotta respect there.
Alright, we got 9 more minutes?
So yeah, Ben, if you have anything that you'd like to say about the project, upcoming kind of like a closer, then, you have 9 minutes to do so. So go crazy if you want to just take the mic and say whatever.
Yeah, sure. I guess the one thing that, and I think that you guys will probably agree with this, is that like one of our biggest things is we kind of think about both development of both the NFT side of the project and then like the blockchain side of it, is that we like the like develop in public idea has always kind of really resonated with us, and in a way to try to be like super transparent, and as well as kind of receiving community feedback at as many kind of key decision points as you can. And there's one thing that we've really appreciated, and to that, like, we didn't necessarily think that this was going to be the case when we started, but like we've attracted kind of a decent community of people who are actually kind of involved in the real life, kind of on the ground supply chain logistics, like like people who actually like drive UPS trucks, right? Because it's like so they kind of see an NFT project that like they resonate. They're like, oh look, I identify with that,
Yeah, for sure.
Like I want to be a freight punk because I am a freight punk.
Yeah.
But it's been great to kind of get those sorts of perspectives in the discussion, right? Because like at the end of the day, like those are the people who are going to be, who are going to use and impact or be impacted by our products. And so, and we were actually talking, because we do bi-weekly, just kind of Twitter space, totally open to the public, and
cool.
People can pop up on stage. We kind of run it pretty loose. But it's like we were talking about, more of a focus on Africa, the other day, right? Because like we had somebody in the community who has been a pretty big supporter for a long time, and finally kind of came up to stage and was like, hey, what's the Africa strategy? And we were like, oh yeah, like we definitely want to, it's definitely a high growth area, and it makes sense. Like maybe we should actually to refine a little bit more of a robust strategy for that, and then talk about like who could be best to lead that, kind of within the community. And so that's kind of the mindset that we take is like, hey, let's try to the extent that we can, kind of use the ideas generated from the community versus us trying to guess what people will like, which I think is where sometimes
That's the best
people
way to
run
do
into a
it.
little bit of trouble.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that's kind of the environment that we're trying to foster. And we've got a good crew that does trivia and lets me beat up on them because like I'm a huge fucking nerd and I did like competitive trivia in like high school and college, and I'm like actually competitive in that. So like I like beat up on people where I can because I'm a nerd and can't do it in real life.
Definitely for sure. Looks like Zombie has a small shout out in the chat. Still a chance for 500 extra World of Freight tokens if you mint before 2,500. The races are free to enter right now, and if you win, you get more tokens. You get tokens. Straight from Zombie Express, the home.
Yeah, good mention. So that was so we've kind of it's on our website, but we've kind of got our more traditional kind of like percentage based roadmap. So we've kind of hit all of the development milestones that we said we would hit to this point, and kind of that's the next one up is the 500 token reward for early holders too.
Nice.
So good shout out, Zombie. Good shout out. But yeah, eventually, I mean, we're from there. We're gonna kind of do all the a lot of the standard stuff. Like we want to do like a treasure hunt, like a Bored Ape inspired like treasure hunt. Like
Nice.
we started talking about that.
Yeah.
Merch store, and we're talking about because the rest of the team is European. Like I'm kind of the American guy here. They're working on starting to put together either an NFT themed conference or a supply chain conference or possibly a mix of both.
Yeah.
But that would be based in Europe because there's just they talk about it all the time. So it's not just my dumb American perspective, but they really wish that there were more European tech people involved in the NFT scene just because for some reason there hasn't really been. So I figured that'd be a good opportunity to kind of develop community over there, develop the NFT community over there, and then
Exactly.
introduce people to the ecosystem.
Yeah, definitely really appreciate what you guys are doing as far as the in real life connection because a lot of the projects out there, they just give you their art with promised no utility and they still succeed. So it's nice to see you guys are, 2,500 out of 10,000 already minted, something right around there?
Yeah, 22, but we're getting there. We'll get to 25 soon.
Exactly. Slow and steady, and just keep doing what you guys are doing. Because, like I said, that connection, and even like you said, having some people in your Discord who are actually in that supply chain industry, that's freaking huge.
Yeah, that's
man.
huge.
That's,
because then they
awesome.
can actually tell you personally, hey, this is actually a really good idea, or hey, maybe this won't work as well.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
It's a fucking stupid idea because you're not thinking about this.
yeah.
Exactly, and that's knowledge that only they can provide.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's cool for sure. So, and Ben has been a friend in this space since we pretty much got in here. He was one of the guys that kind of offered his platform to us in the beginning and his resources and the people that he knew to kind of get us on our feet. So for sure, Ben, appreciate you coming on and promoting the World of Freight guys and gals, and we'll definitely have you on in further presentations. For sure.
Everybody that comes on to the live stream, you're always welcome back. Just let us know every Saturday. Say if you wanted to give an update, then just message us and we'll make time for it. So.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, and I appreciate y'all too, because you guys kind of got hit with the same Ethereum issues that we did. Right?
Yeah.
So we're all in the struggle together, man. So
exactly.
I appreciate y'all. I think that y'all have done kind of an A+ job with all the projects that you guys are involved in. So
thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, for sure. So Ben, appreciate you having us on. Definitely keep us posted on when you guys are doing Twitter Spaces. We'll try to get us, Park, and the Spoders in there. Show you guys some support.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Well, pleasure having you on, my friend, and we will definitely be staying in touch.
Yeah, man. Chat soon.
All right. Definitely have a good one, Ben. Okay, cool.
And then the next project is Friendly Fish, and he is within the Discord right now. I'm pretty sure. You just want to confirm that, Steve?
See. Yep, he is right here. Make sure he's good as far as the mute. unmuted.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Find your NEMO. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, just wanted a quick time while I'll do it there.
Yeah, no problem. Take a quick intermission too.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Word, yeah, my bad. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know when we started. Well, I did, but I thought we were like starting at 3:30. So hey.
Hey, 2 minutes early. You get 120 more seconds.
Okay, 120 seconds. Alright, so
Sorry.
no, I just had to hop in the car. I'm out and about today.
Okay.
What are you guys up to?
You know, just a nice, relaxing Saturday. Can't complain. So here we are.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I love the PFP Steve is rocking.
Oh, what is he? Is he rocking the Magna Monkey?
Yeah.
Is that what you're rocking?
That would be.
Yeah, that thing.
I'm new to Discord. New to Discord chats. Trying to figure out. Okay, there we go. I'm like, yeah. I mean, all of them are cool, man. I dig the Arleos project. That's your stuff, right?
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Well, what do y'all want to know? Ask me some questions. What's up?
Yeah, for sure. So to start off, Steve, Chris, we're from the Park team. If you just want to introduce yourself, I don't know if you're doxxed or not, so feel free to reveal your name or not, whatever you want to do, but just introduce yourself and your project.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm known as NؐMO, but I'm basically doxxed on my artist name is NؐMO. My name's Kevin Mills. But pretty much everybody knows that if they do enough research.
Yeah, they can find you, exactly.
Yeah. My project, Friendly Fish, is kind of an installment into, NFTs that I haven't previously tried until like the past few months. Honestly, it's been amazing being in the space. I used to do digital art. I still do digital art for a clothing company that I run.
Nice.
Called That's Why I Found Your NEMO.
Nice.
But yeah, man, the Friendly Fish are like a little alpha channel that I put together. Ben's a part of it. It's pretty cool. It's just cool environment. The fish art, I guess, is good too, we could say. But it's my own stuff, so I don't like to judge my own stuff, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure, I feel that.
We'll pull it up here in a sec. So how many people are on your team? Is it just you?
As far as the team goes, it's me and a few others, just 2 or 3 people that are really within my camp, but my camp, if you count it's kind of consider all the holders part of the team now too, so there's about 35 people that are semi-active, about 20 of them that are really active.
Yep. Cool. So, but on the actual direct, the founders or people that are on your direct team, it's mostly 3, you said?
Yeah, the founders, I would say, so the Friendly Fish, that was all me, kind of, a little bit of help from Busy, if you got lucky, I don't know, he gave some input on that, and he's the deciding factor of what got me into crypto.
Cool.
And then my newest collaboration projects with my friend D, he's working on these Island Martinis with me,
nice.
Which is my attempt to get him involved in crypto because we're creative partners. It's more than just the images. We do have some cool stuff planned, we're working on a music video,
nice.
The metaverse theme, and we got some cool features.
Ooh, nice music video.
Cool. So you're the artist, correct? And then what do the other 2 team members do, or core guys do?
Correct. Artist. The other guy's an artist / promoter, and then Busy's kind of just the connector. He can find anything I need if I need it.
yeah. You gotta have a guy like that for sure.
Yeah, I mean he knows a lot about the tech, and he's more knowledgeable on the space. Like I said, I'm semi new to the space. I started back in August, I want to say.
Yep.
September, so pretty new, but it's been a lot of fun.
For sure. So, like, how long have you personally been into crypto? Like, who was the first on your team that got into crypto?
Okay, so that'll be busy. He got in back in like 2011 or 2013.
Wow,
Watch
he
it,
is a
yo.
vet. That is crazy.
He ain't a fish. He's a whale.
Yeah.
Throwback.
That's
Yeah,
early. Yeah, that's
He's young
early.
too. He's not even. He's really young. I don't want to dox him too much.
Good for
I
him.
don't know if
Good
he's
for
doxed
him.
us. I mean, he is, but you know how it goes.
Nah.
Yeah,
for sure.
no, exactly.
For sure. Cool.
Yeah,
So.
2011.
I got
2011.
in 2019.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still
that's
got some
that's
stripes
still
on
early,
you.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
I mean, just like nothing crazier than like buying crypto, you know, like. But that was when I like first kind of got into it, so that was the start, and then here we are.
Yeah.
So you guys are on OpenSea, correct?
Correct. Well, obviously, we did a shared contract with OpenSea on the fish, and then we're looking to implement some new stuff for a couple of the projects we have planned. Well, key, I got an interview, not even an interview, but there's a big project. I don't want to say anything before, you know,
No, of
kind of
course,
just
of
chicken
course.
it, but there's a big project that wants help with some art
Yeah.
that they were kind of looking to the lazy lions. I do like different art than pixel art too. I have like different style.
Yeah.
So they had been trying to get up with the lazy lions artist, and he was too busy. So like he kind of just fell off last minute.
Yeah.
So they're looking for a replacement, and I'm definitely in the conversation to be an artist on that project. So like,
Nice.
Hey, congratulations
Yeah.
on that. Hopefully
that's
everything
huge.
works out for you with that one.
Definitely.
yeah, I hope so too. I hope so. It'd be cool.
So you said that you've been in the NFT space for a couple months now. Like, what got you guys into that?
Okay, so my friend Busy, I didn't want to get involved. I was like, nah. I see it, I understand, but I'm out of it because I was already making, you know, good money with my e-commerce store. So, you know, everything was good, but then it just kept getting to like, come on, man, I promise. So I finally was like, all right, I'll do it. And I started with the Genesis collection, and that did decent, but nothing crazy. It was just like my regular artwork, like vector-based designs,
Yeah.
and then like I like it, but I guess it wasn't exactly. At the time, I didn't understand the space as much, you know. So I'm just putting out one-on-ones, thinking, okay, this is how it works, and it's like, oh no. So I dive in deeper, and I started researching projects. Saw another project that's very similar to mine,
Yeah.
and kind of amplified it with what I do.
For sure. For sure. What do you so you have 99. Is your max supply for the fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I see the
We sold out
martini.
most of them.
Okay. I'm looking at the martinis as well. That's a separate project.
Ooh, the Island
Separate
Boy
project.
martini. I like the Island Boy one a lot, honestly.
Yeah. Thank you. Someone thought it was a chicken the other day.
Oh
Was
my
that a
gosh,
chicken?
I'm not seeing that. Yeah, I ain't really.
So
seeing
which Island Boy is it? Is it
It's
whatever
the
island?
blonde
What, do you know the difference?
Is it whatever Island Boy you want?
I don't know the difference.
I don't think any of us know the difference either.
None of us know the difference, right? Alright, just making sure. If I knew the difference, then I would say don't buy my NFTs.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Don't ever even look.
why did you guys decide to do 100 items?
So the first one, I kind of saw there was another collection with I don't know if you ever seen the Friendly Frogs or not.
I don't think so.
They were like the first collection that I was like inspired by for this. Like my friend had one. He was like, "Yo, dude, like you're the fish." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I do the fish." You know. And he's like, "Well, what else has an F like besides frogs, fish? Like what foxes? Like there's So
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I'll do some fish." And we went over some designs, and then he helped me. The first two designs I gave him were horrible. Like not bad, but just like bad. And then we settled on like the one that you see now, and it was just a simple small collection to emulate the other one, and then I just put one less in there because I figured, well, if there's 100 of that one and it provides scarcity, that's their main selling point with the number. So then here's 99 of them, small collection, and it's an exclusive community.
definitely. Now, are those all like hand drawn? I mean, obviously they're hand drawn, but are those like generative, or did you just
No,
draw
no,
one?
they're all one of ones, like technically hand drawn. No generative art yet. I'm working on that for this next project if all goes well, but no, I haven't got to try my hand at the generative. I'm really excited to.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to see all of the assets that you drew come out randomly generated and to see the combinations.
Yeah, and it's different every single time. And like I remember when we were first making the Spoder and the Park project, like you run the test mint and you see like all whatever 4,000 or 5,000 of that test mint, and you're like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that before. I haven't seen that combination before. And at the end of it, pre-release, you've looked at like 40,000 NFTs, but every single one is different, and it's a cool thing.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, that's the most intriguing part, like, to see what the algorithm comes up with.
Exactly.
So cool. Probably a lot less painful than what I was doing.
Yeah, did you have to like lazy mint them, basically like put them all on OpenSea yourself?
Yeah, I did that. Did the properties. I mean, it is a task in itself doing properties. And then it was even more difficult on our second project because it was now doing properties with my friend who I'm also teaching, about the space. This is like my, fast route. Like,
Yeah.
Here you go, man. Here's all you need. Like, learn this first, and this will help. And
For sure.
this was definitely. We actually did 2 collections. This was the first one we did. We screwed the properties up so bad, like in the sidebar, we had to just delete the whole collection and start it over.
Wow, wow, that's tough.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just funny stuff. Like you would never. I don't know if you guys have ever done it, like lazy minted anything, but it's like you put like a space bar behind the word. Now you got 2 of the same word, and it's definitely saved a lot of frustration by working with the dev and with the generative project.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but hey, I mean that's what you got to do. The thing about the Ethereum network is that it costs a decent bit to push a contract like that as a creator, and then you obviously got the gas on the consumer side. So, but the way that you do it, you kind of minimize your cost because you guys are a new project. So that's what people have to understand on the same route.
Exactly. I mean, that's just how I'll say it a million times. I got lucky. Some people are like, oh, no, man, don't say that. But it's like, nah, I did. I mean, I did like 10 ETH in one day off of the sales, and I was just like, whoa, this is cool.
10 ETH in a day? Congrats, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, for
sure. Definitely like my shit.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it's just that's what can happen with these smaller collections. I try to even big projects. Like say you have a generative project. I've seen other projects release smaller, like limited series periodically. I know the Base Fish did it, and what else was it? The Elvins. These are like 2 small projects that they're not on anybody's radar, but I've seen them do cool techniques because like after mint, they kind of died down. Like I'm pretty sure you guys have a little bit more successful of a community than those 2 projects have from what I've seen.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So you probably don't have to worry about that. But
yeah,
it's definitely cool to have small collections too.
Yeah, so on Spoders, that's what we did. So,
oh really?
Yeah, so we first started on Ethereum, and then we released fairly limited collections on there. We had seasonal in our heritage collection, and then we realized that for our long-term goals, we want to be able to build with kind of like we want to innovate on a new chain that really had no eyes on it yet, and that's how we came across the XRPL, and also being XRP holders for a long time ourselves. It's another reason why we went over there, and it works.
Oh, yeah.
It just worked in the end. But yeah, our Spoder collection was like 13 in the first collection, 31.
Was it?
Okay,
Was it 31? Yeah, 31. Because it was 31. The
way
reciprocal.
y'all kept using, man, I was just thinking this. Like I just see them all over. Like I see so many people with these.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely have the Park army behind us. We released some of our NFTs for people to put as profile pictures, and it's pretty crazy because this community just loves doing that. They just eat that right up.
Because on the XRPL right now, there is no NFT standard like the ERC 721 token. So you're kind of we're basically waiting for that to come out. So it's currently being voted on, but they gave us a time frame of like 2 to 6 months. So it's not really the most friendly time frame there. So yeah, you kind of want to like trickle out cool assets and cool looking NFTs for your community, but at the same time, you can't, release the whole, oh, this is a legendary one, this is that, because you need to save that. Because depending on either it's 2 months from now, that's the best case scenario, worst case scenario is 6 months, and 6 months is a long time in the crypto space.
Exactly.
Yeah, the whole landscape can change in the space of a month, so.
Oh, God.
We can it's overnight sometimes.
I mean, for example, like, did you watch the CEOs and spokespeople of big crypto exchanges talk to Congress, or I think it was the House of Reps?
It was a couple days ago.
Yeah, it happened a couple days ago, and one of the older guys, he was talking about the negative effects coins can have on each other, and he just used an example of like a couple coins that he created on the spot, like mentally. He said mongoose coin and hamster coin, and literally like 10 minutes after he said that, there was already these two coins made, and they pumped I think 300k%.
Oh my
just based off of a meme like that, and that just shows you how quickly the crypto space can either go up, down, or innovations can happen. So
for sure,
it's a really cool space.
That's the power of this internet, man. Internet money.
You have to find the video because it's actually really funny. It's a really funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look that up.
For sure. So, what's on the docket for you guys? I mean, you guys sold out that 100-piece or 99-piece collection. What are you planning on moving on to or doing with that project?
So the game plan is so there's a big game plan, but right now we're kind of in the little game plan section. So to start, we're going to start building out the community around this island theme. So we got fish, we got these island martinis.
Yeah.
The goal is to eventually have a metaverse. I have to see how, so that's the thing, I'm watching how things are developing in Sandbox and how things are developing with Decentraland and pretty much every type of metaverse structure that pops up. I've seen some other ones called like My NFT House. Just crazy developments happening in the meta space. So I'm pretty sure I want to be involved from, like, I'm just looking at it like a game, like a video game. I would want to build some cool ass video game.
Yeah.
Like smallest potential, right? So, we want to have like an island metaverse, and this is our step into bringing people into that world. It's not the only part of it. It doesn't have to go that direction. We're doing film and production, so if metaverse tech doesn't plan it out for us, there's always that element of do we do, visual content, film, series, something like that. So, because we've been doing, I went to the Savannah College of Art and Design. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I went and majored in audio design and film. So I'm totally not even an artist until the past 3 years of my life. So when I started being a digital artist, so it's I have a background in media, and I want to use this to help build that universe out. And so that's kind of just this is our starting point, basically.
For real, do you guys have any film samples, or have you guys produced anything that you have out there already?
We got a little bit. We have a track that we've just recorded. I can link you with that. I don't have it on me I normally play it, but I don't have my laptop with me.
Yeah.
But I can probably figure out a way to link it to you. And then as far as visuals go, nothing that would be relevant of what we're doing now. Just because I'm working with, I've reached out to a couple CGI guys that are in the space here.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to work for with this first product, this music video, and then beyond that, he seems like he's a good candidate for, creating assets in a metaverse. That's the thing, is like, it's such new technology. I don't want to go and just be like, I'm doing this, this, and this,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden we see these like peer-to-peer developments in another platform that are just way better, and then it's like, oh damn, you spent all that time out here on that.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no. If you got an email or something, I could send you this track.
What you could do, I mean, if you could link it in Discord, we could probably throw a link on there or something like that.
Okay. No, I don't have a link. I just have a file right now. So
Alright.
unless there's a way to upload files,
You might be
I
able
don't
to
use
just drag
Discord
it
that
in.
much, honestly. I'm new.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm in 20 freaking Discords, but probably more than that. But
I think everyone in the NFT space is deep.
Oh
in there.
god, you don't even want to see my Discord tab. It's literally, I'm the most unorganized Discord user out there. It's insane.
Speaking of Discord, we have our Discord admin in here.
Frags, yeah, introduce yourself.
Frags,
Say
or
what's
Ben
up,
wants to
everybody.
say what's up.
Oh, hello.
The old Discord admin, he keeps shit in line around here, so
I gotta keep it organized.
for sure, exactly.
But yeah, you can upload files, like you could either DM one of us or like
Put it in
upload
the
it to the
promote.
shill channel.
Yeah.
Just drag it in there. She'll give you an option. Are you on your phone?
yeah.
Yeah, she'll give you an option to just like add files when you click the little plus.
So I go. Hold on, I got this figured out.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. Nah, I'm so new to Discord, man. I gotta find y'all's channel first. I'm just in a lot of them too, so it's like, yeah. I always sign up. But honestly, Ben is the guy. I've been talking to him a little bit. I don't know how he still feels about eventually helping us out with the Discord, but I think we're gonna have one here eventually.
Is that Ben as in Luca in Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my boy, man. That's the homie.
Yeah, Ben is a great guy. Very, very good guy.
For sure. So it looks
Homie's
like we
best.
exactly, man. For sure. That's like the cool thing about the NFT space. I mean, everyone knows it. It's for the most part a super positive community. Like pretty much everyone
Yeah.
that you meet. There's obviously going to be malicious people in any space that you join. But for the most part, the NFT space is just super welcoming, supportive. And pretty much everyone that we have on the show is just awesome.
Oh,
in
it's
general.
been awesome.
We've
And-
had like 12 projects at
yeah,
this point.
and also I always say this just from like my background a little bit within the crypto space, other than my long-term holdings, is like I spent a lot of time in the shitcoin market, and it's it was the most toxic environment that you could ever be in. I mean, super money driven. It was just a horrible environment, and coming over to the NFT environment, I almost was like taken back by it. I was like, wow, these people are genuine and nice. So it's like cool to see that there is a part of crypto where money really isn't the main driving factor, and that's big for me. Honestly, I love it.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
No, I agree. I mean, it's artists. I think a lot of it is the artists. There's just enough goodness in the community. From that,
No, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. So it looks like we got about 8 minutes left. I don't know if anyone wants to ask some questions in the chat, or if you got any final words or anything like that, final shout outs and stuff.
Well, yeah, I can't figure out how to pin that file, so I'm sorry. I can't even figure out how to get back to where I was in the beginning, so I tried. We'll do this again.
We'll figure it out,
We'll
exactly.
send you guys a link when we have the whole film set up, and
For sure.
I'll definitely hook it up. But I really appreciate y'all having me on.
Definitely.
Appreciate that.
Definitely. And whenever you want to come back on, or if
Yeah, if you have any
Get
updates, then definitely just let us know. We'll make some time for you. Of course, anybody who has been on that wants to come on again and share some new information or just, chat, we'd love to have you on and continue to have you on.
For sure.
Oh yeah, man. Really appreciate it.
Definitely. Anything that we can do to help out the cool people in the community, we will do it. but looks like we got pretty much 7 more minutes. But if there's not much to talk about, or if no one has any questions,
we'll get the marbles.
We'll get the marbles at least ready to go. But yep. So Friendly Fish, you guys are on OpenSea. Full collection has already been minted, but is the Martini collection already done too?
They're up there. They are. We still have another 62 that have to come out, but the strategy there has been kind of the same thing I did with the fish. I put out 60 at first, and then released the remaining after those ones like kind of went out, and then I kept the floor high, and that's really where a lot of that extra, you stacked up was keeping the value there for my holders. A lot of my holders were able to flip if they wanted to get out or hold a few and then get a few off at the same time. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, definitely. So if you guys wanted, I don't know if you could send a link because I know we were having difficulty before, but we could at least throw your links in the general or in the chat on the Twitch. Frag, do you want to maybe DM him and grab some links?
I threw his Twitter in the chat already.
Okay, perfect.
I think that's your personal to find your NؐMO. But
yeah, that's fine. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's in the bio, so.
Yeah, link in bio. There's also a pin tweet with the martinis on them because I know some. I mean, the fish aren't too bad, but they do tend to get up there. If the floor sits around 0.1, but it jumps to 0.3 here and there.
True. Yep, I was just looking at it. So, some sick artwork. Definitely appreciate you coming on, sharing everything like that. And like we said, we'll be happy to have you back on the show.
Yeah, happy to always have you guys back on.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, so that's Friendly Fish and Find Your NÊMO. I'll put you on mute for now, and I think we're gonna get rolling into the marbles game, which this is gonna be interesting.